You have a deadline. You know exactly what you need to do. You have the time, the tools, and the ability to do it. And yet you are doing anything but that. You are cleaning something that did not need cleaning. You are checking something you just checked. You are doing absolutely nothing and hating yourself for it. That is not laziness. That is evolution. The part of your brain responsible for procrastination is not broken. It is ancient, and it was built for a world where doing nothing was often the smartest possible response. Psychologist Timothy Pychyl has spent decades studying procrastination and found something that reframes the entire problem. Procrastination is not a time management failure. It is an emotion management failure. You do not avoid tasks because you are bad at planning. You avoid tasks because something about them triggers a negative emotional state, and your brain is far more interested in making that feeling stop than in finishing your project. Your brain has two systems running in constant tension. The limbic system is ancient, fast, and emotional. It is obsessed with your immediate comfort and immediate threat. The prefrontal cortex is newer, slower, and rational. It understands deadlines, consequences, and future rewards. And when those two systems disagree, the limbic system wins far more often than any productivity advice would have you believe. This is not a design flaw. In the ancestral environment, immediate experience was almost always more relevant than future planning. If you felt uneasy about something, that unease was usually a signal worth listening to. A task that felt threatening probably was threatening. Rest when nothing urgent was happening was not laziness. It was recovery. Your nervous system was conserving energy for when it actually mattered. Researcher Fuschia Sirois has documented how procrastination is closely tied to self-compassion, or the absence of it. People who procrastinate do not do so because they do not care. They do so because they care too much, and the fear of doing something imperfectly, of being judged, of failing in some public way, triggers the same ancient threat detection circuits that once responded to physical danger. Your brain cannot tell the difference between a predator and a performance review. Both register as threat. Both trigger avoidance. There is a specific brain structure at the center of all of this called the amygdala. It is one of the oldest parts of the mammalian brain, and its job is to detect threat and trigger a response. Negative emotions, uncertainty, self-doubt, the vague sense that something might go wrong, all of these activate the amygdala. And when the amygdala fires, your brain wants one thing above all else. It wants relief right now, not in 2 weeks when the project is done and you feel proud. Now. So you open a different tab, you make another cup of coffee, you find something smaller and easier and more immediately solvable. And for a moment, the discomfort lifts. The amygdala quiets. Your brain registers this as success. And the next time that task appears on your list, the avoidance response fires faster because your brain has already learned that avoiding it works. Neuroscientist Judson Brewer has studied the habit loops behind avoidance behavior and found that the relief of procrastination is real and neurologically identical to the relief of any other anxiety-reducing behavior. Your brain is not misbehaving. It is doing exactly what it was trained to do across millions of years of evolution. Find the threat. Avoid it. Feel better. Repeat. The cruel irony is that the avoidance itself becomes the source of the threat. The undone task sits at the edge of your awareness, generating a low hum of dread that follows you everywhere. You cannot fully relax because it is there. You cannot fully focus on anything else because it is there. The thing you were avoiding to feel better is now the thing making you feel worse. Your ancient brain solved immediate discomfort and created chronic suffering in its place. So the next time you find yourself doing everything except the thing you are supposed to be doing, know this. You are not weak. You are not undisciplined. You are running a 200-million-year-old threat avoidance system in a world of spreadsheets and deadlines and performance reviews, none of which existed long enough to be accounted for in your brain's architecture. The deadline is not a predator, but your brain has not quite figured that out yet.